Hello everyone, welcome to another SMP base tour. I'm Tyken, and today I'm going to show you all the little updates and changes I've made to my base since last time. First of all, I made a cool little floor pattern here, my best ability to make an ender eye. I thought it was, or an eye of ender, I thought it would be really cool because the only way to get in my house is teleportation, and it feels like an appropriate teleportation pad. Anyway, first of all, let's start with the boring thing, the chest room. Not entirely too boring, but I upgraded and expanded a bit, so it's kind of like a hallway now. First of all, I have two cows here. One is a regular cow for just milk. The other one is a mushroom. I don't really need leather or meat because I can get tons of meat from trading with NPC villagers. And leather, we have a cookbook mod where we add our own recipes. Like, you can legitimately make mossy cobblestone, as well as one to let you smelt rotten flesh into leather, so we don't need to mass genocide cows anymore. This is my little egg slash chicken meat farm. It has three different modes. First of all, you have your dispenser, which dispenses the eggs and turns them into chickens. Then you have the cooker, and it dispenses lava just long enough to hit the chickens and then turn them back off so they don't die in the lava. Then you also have the crusher, which is just a piston with a lever. Pretty simple design. That's just if you want raw chicken to trade with or for whatever other reason. Anyway, this is an automatic repeater, or it just keeps spamming itself very rapidly. And of course you get all your chickens here. If you let them grow, they produce tons of eggs. I have about 3 double chests worth of eggs. And right here, I have a magnet chest, which is part of LWC mod we have on the server, which protects your chests. But you can also make them magnet, which is kind of like a hopper, but better in a sense. Because it just absorbs items around it, pretty much. Anyway, like I said, you just... Oops, wrong button. You just click it. They catch on fire, it's kind of loud and annoying, and then they die. Of course, you have to let them grow up to get anything from them. Then down here is just my standard little storage area, nothing really special. In fact, I may have to expand it just because I have so many items. Double chest worth of enchanted books, one side for weapons, the other side for armor. Double chest of two double chests of eggs, 3 of cobble, 3 of brick, 3 of stone. And then just other ones I haven't really filled up yet, just random items. Oh yeah, and of course we can get spawn eggs on the server. I think I may have talked about it in one of my videos. Basically, we have a mod that lets you capture non-hostile monsters, mobs, whatever you want to call them, such as cows, NPC villagers, which makes everything getting it underground much easier. You just need eggs and I think 5 redstone per. Kind of expensive, especially when you do a lot of capturing, but over here, well, this is just my little furnace where I burn stuff at. Plus, it just kind of looks nice, kind of like a little miniature fireplace when you first... Well, I guess this is the exit. This is my tree farm. Nothing really special, and I kind of feel like it could be better, but I don't know of any really good tree farm designs. They don't take up a lot of room and are not very practical, so I'm just leaving it as is. Over here, you have mini cells, one for birch, one for pine, one for birch, or I think that's spruce. Anyway, basically you just put bone meal on until they grow. I'm not sure if they'll grow naturally or if I messed up the cells, but I haven't really used it or had the need to. Anyway, my sheep farm design. If you guys watched my last tutorial, it showed you how to make a very efficient sheep farm, but because of minecart lag on the server, just in general, not just on my server, it doesn't really work. So I made these individual cells completely... Actually, let me turn down the sound real quick. You know, it's not automatic, but you just pretty much just run through here and bam, they're all chopped or clipped. And again, they get pushed into the wall or pushed out, but it's just a visual glitch. They're not actually in the wall or anything. And of course, I have 16 cells, I believe, one for each wool type or wool color. Getting them into each cell was a lot easier with the capture mod, because you just capture to put them in another cell and breed them. So that was relatively easy. Up there is the ladder to my redstone stuff. We'll get to that in a second. Nothing really show off. You all remember my little skeleton farm here that I pretty much built this entire base around. But I also added a new feature. If you right click in the middle, there's an enchanting table, and it has bookshelves around it. I had to get rid of an entire tier of my reed farm, but it works now. Oh, and originally I think I had all my items dropping down here from right there, and I realized that was a bad idea because you had to get really close to the skeletons and stuff, and that just didn't really work well. So I had to get rid of an entire tier of reed farm to make that work proper. Also added an anvil. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the lever before that turns it on and off. Now, this is the entirely new side of my base, which is pretty awesome, I think. First of all, I put an iron golem here because sometimes when the skeletons would, build up and I accidentally disconnected or relogged, they would kind of explode everywhere. Most of them would get sucked back into their original spot, but some of them would escape. So I put an iron golem here just to protect it, plus it kind of feels, more important that way. First of all, over here's my cocoa farm. Kind of a weird design, you guys may be thinking, but it's very effective. You just click the button. Little water blades drop down, destroy all the cocoa, but it doesn't spill out everywhere, and you don't have to worry about a collection thing. You just run by and collect all of them, and then you just replant them. Oops, there we go. Like so. And it's a relatively simple design. Originally, I wanted to have it as a flush wall, but because of water physics, it didn't work well. It flooded even only being open for a second. Anyway, it basically uses a pulse limiter on the button. I believe that's the word. It shortens it just enough, slightly bigger than the original design. I think it 2 repeaters, but it basically pulls these back just long enough for a small blade of water to get through, and then it cuts it off, so it doesn't spill everywhere. Pretty efficient. Could be a little bit better, but there's no way to automatically replant them, so not much better I could do. Then over here I have the control panel, and I also have all of these. First of all, I put another magnet chest here because this is where most of the loot drops down now. I figured this would be a great centralized location. But first, before we get into that, let me explain this neat little invention. Let's get rid of this stuff. I didn't design this. I did make some minor improvements, I think, but nothing really drastic to mention. I don't know who originally designed this, but anyway, basically you plant a seed right there. Bone meal pops out. You plant a seed, bone meal pops out. And you just keep doing this, and it's kind of like an automatic wheat farm. It's not fully automatic because you have to hold down a button, but you can just set something heavy on your mouse or tape it down or something and just sit here for, well, 4.5 minutes, because if not, your items will start to despawn. However, I did make a brief little improvement. First, let's throw these seeds back in. Flip the lever, if I can reach it without... Anyway, I have a magnet chest hidden right here. Much like a hopper, again, it just collects items around it, but this is, again, better because it doesn't have to be directly on top of it. So this way I can completely AFK until this dispenser runs out of bone meal. Anyway, you just collect your ill-gotten goods, and for some reason that one absorbs the cactus that drop from here occasionally. Anyway, then you just put the seeds back, and when you run out, you just fill this back up with bone meal. And yes, you have to have this up, or else it won't work. The crafting tables. It doesn't have to be crafting tables. I just used crafting tables because they look good, and you can use them to make bread on the spot. And the furnaces are for potatoes. Oh, speaking of which, this one is potatoes, and this one is carrots. And so yeah, I have a farm for all 3 crops. And then, let's see, cactus. This is an automatic cactus farm, so you don't need a button to harvest it. It just continually goes pretty much. When you flip the lever down, ironically enough, the cactus fall on top of a cactus and get destroyed. And if not, they just fall down and empty into this chest. Second button is for reed, which activates my reed farm. I believe I have 3 cells currently. All with, I think, a row of 8. And you can see they just drop on top of the chest and then disappear into it. And then melon and pumpkin. I don't really need a lot of melon, so I just decided to make them all pumpkin for now and just drop in there because I didn't really care that much. You can see it works pretty well. The other one is the flower room. All that really does is opens this. Originally, I was going to have the entire room built into this wall, but I figured it wouldn't really work out that well. So instead, I made a little ladder going down into it. Okay, let me go ahead and briefly show off how this works. I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with the design. I believe I showed off something similar in Generic B's Redstone battle, or something. This is a flower cell, which when it's dark, the flowers pop off, and you can just farm flowers, seeds, and just flower seeds, I think. Anyway, the problem is, since then they've changed things where they don't just automatically pop up in the dark. They have to be updated too, and just placing another block doesn't really help. So what this does is it has a piston that kind of rapid fires and blocks off the light continuously. Kind of looks weird. I don't know why the light's doing that, but basically you just plant it and it just keeps going like that, and it works incredibly well. And then you just collect everything. I don't know why, if it's just something with the game, the server, or what, but for some reason I seem to get like nearly twice as many. Oh, that's right off the bat, 4 times as many flowers as I do yellow flowers as I do red ones. Anyway, that's about it for my base. Oh, how the hell did you just get over there? Anyway, that's, like I said, just about it, except for, well, the Redstone Room, and one little secret that I've been saving till the, I'll just put a lever here for now. I believe it's 4. Oh, wrong way. Come on. No. There you go. Okay. Normally I just put a redstone torch here, but okay, that isn't working. It does have to go on the ceiling. Basically, you put a redstone torch here, it sends a signal to this block, and opens this hidden wall, which everyone I've showed, my close friends, didn't really think twice about this wall at all, which is pretty neat. There's not much to it right now, but I found this big natural cave opening when I planned on making something else, and I figured I would just run with it. But I planned on making an underground black market. Basically, it would be my own villager farm thingy. Villagers can't apparently breed underground, which is kind of silly, but long story short, it gives me just a lot of options to trade for emeralds or just for items that I need or want, such as glowstone. Because of this farm, I've gotten about 2 stacks of emeralds, and gotten a bunch of really neat items. Like you can get chain armor and such. I don't know where my villagers went, unless they died or a lot of them get behind the fence somehow, which I have no idea how they do that, but I'll have to watch and study them later. Anyway, I planned on making this into kind of like a cavern-esque city where everything's just kind of built into the walls. It's kind of a small cavern, so I'm thinking about maybe expanding it or something, making it a completely underground village and such would be really cool. Also, when I was setting up my chicken machine, chickens just spawned and got in there, and yeah. Anyway, flip that closed for now, and let's go show off the Redstone Room just a little bit. Not really too much to it. Not that you can really see anyway. This is the redstone to go to the reed cells, which are right here. Nothing overly complicated, nothing that great, but it works. Over here is my, the cocoa farm. These are just the water sources that drop down, and this is the pulse limiter. Pretty much just an extended version of the original one. Over here are the sheep cells. I keep getting tongue-tied with that. Sheep cells. There we go. The grass is directly above each cell to help grow down and regenerate the grass. Then... Ew, I can't get out of the water for some reason. Right here, I'm not sure you can see, but behind that, what is it? Ice. For some reason I want to call it glass. But behind that ice, I'm not sure if you can see the little particles, but that's where the enchanting thing is, and they just, but yeah, there's one of my reed farms. You can see the ice right here. Some of the pistons glitch out, and I don't like that. I don't know really how to fix that except by using sticky pistons, but I don't want to waste slime balls. Pumpkin farm's over there, same as the one I used in my Let's Play. Works perfectly fine as far as I can tell. I believe the Cactus room is directly that way. Can't really show it off without digging through a lot of stuff, unfortunately. So yeah, this is just the basics of Redstone. Anyway, I'm also working on a new project now because I realized my base is pretty much done. The only thing it doesn't have is a mushroom farm, which I forgot to add. But I was thinking, I'm not sure where I would put it, and I'm not really sure I need it, because the only thing you really need mushrooms for are mushroom soup and fermented spider eyes. I mean, they're good for decoration, I suppose. I was thinking I might make one anyway, just to have my base complete, so to speak. I'm not sure where I would put the button to harvest it from, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, the other project I'm working on is because I'm pretty much done with this base. There's nothing I can really add besides finishing the villager thing. But let me go ahead and go to my new project, and I'll show off what little I do have. So be right back. Okay, and we are here. It may not look like much, but it's where I plan on trying to build a town. This was one of the closest areas near my base that actually had somewhat of, I guess, likable terrain, because around my base there's like 2 different deserts, tundra, jungle, so there wasn't anything ideal without massive amounts of terraforming. So I settled on this little piece of land. This was before we re-added the ability to have 2 separate homes. So I wanted something close to my base so I didn't have to keep carting things back and forth. Anyway, that and traveling very far. Let me finish this little quick introduction before we get to dark. Long story short, this place was a complete mess. There were massive gashes into the land, like chunk errors, but not quite. There were just like big patches of dirt and grass that were gone, and just stone in its place. Like just all the dirt got removed, but it wasn't like griefing or anything like that. It was just crappy spawn generate or land generation. So like a big patch over there, massive patch over there, and even over there they had tons of like little river, or not little rivers, little ponds and stuff that I'd fill in and make it look better. Now it's all flat terrain, well, generally flat. And so yeah, I've been terraforming the hell out of this, almost done making it look decent before I actually start building. But yeah, I was just making this look all good before I start building. So hopefully I can build my first town ever, and I'm actually going to link it up to other towns, and people can, come and build here and just have fun. Meanwhile, while I was building, I made this little record farm. I found a guide on how to do it, but the guide isn't very good, and it works a little differently on SMP, because the creepers tend to have lag explosion. Like if you get close to it, but you walk a safe enough distance away, it'll still explode. Or if you get too close to it anyway, it will explode or something. So it flawed, and I don't understand entirely how or why it works. Like I get the gist of how it works, but I don't really understand why everything is needed like it is. Like these little things, I didn't really get that. But anyway, I've been farming records. I have every single record now, 3 of each. Let me actually show you how it works real quick. Let me get a skeleton over here. Hey. I just need a skeleton. I don't need any of your crap, skeleton. I don't think I brought a sword with me. Oh, and there's a creeper. That's a good thing, kind of a bad thing, and crap. I need some material to actually block them in with. I'm not sure I can show it off tonight. Oh, crap. Get in the hole, get in the hole, get in the hole. No. Don't get in my hole. Don't get in my hole. Okay. They're screwing each other up. That's good. Yeah, I didn't bring enough equipment to actually show off how it works. But basically, lure a skeleton into one side, a creeper into the middle, and then you just get the skeleton to shoot the creeper consecutive. Oh my god. Um, um, oh. Yeah, I'll just leave you guys to your thing there. I really should have brought weapons. And anyway, this is another spawner I discovered, zombie. There's one close to this area. You can actually see the coordinates now because I have F3 on. So yeah, this is the spawner I'm going to make. It's also going to be public. They have one nearby. You should see like a cobble thing sticking out of the ground kind of far away. It is an elevator going all the way down. It's fully equipped, has brewing stands, an anvil, an enchanting table built in the ceiling like mine, optional loot or experience, and you can just turn off the farm if you want to, like my other one. You're also going to be doing something similar with this one, but it's kind of too close to the surface, so I'm going to have to try something different with it as well. But yeah, I'm going to have lots of experience farms free in my town for you guys to just hang out in for whatever reason, so you don't have to worry about experience or anything zombies or skeletons drop. Well, skeleton farm's mine. It's in my base. There's none nearby that you can use, unfortunately. Anyway, that's about it for everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my base. I hope my town comes out nicely. And another good news: we shall be opening the server sign-up thing again in about 1 to 2 days, more or less, depending on everything. So you know, right when you see that video that the server's open again, jump on that quickly because we're only accepting a small amount of people again, well, a few hundred, before you know, we wait until next time. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.